Hi. Every year, the city of Coral Springs celebrates its annual WorldFest festival, hosted by the Multi-Cultural Advisory Committee. This is a one-day community event covering multicultural entertainment, cuisine, and culture, reflecting the diverse population of this outstanding city. Today, we'll meet with the city manager, Mr. Erdal Donmez, and other city leaders and members of this community following these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, for purposes of presentation of colors, please welcome the Coral Springs chapter of the Civil Air Patrol. Ladies and gentlemen, for purposes of the national anthem, please welcome an up-and-coming superstar representing Ramblewood Middle School, showing what kids can do, and when the mind can conceive, the heart can believe, you can achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Blanca Arias.
Please stand for the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and the home of the brave.
That is Blanca Arias.
Thank you.
On 3, on 2, on 1, ready, set, cut. The Vice Mayor cuts the ribbon, the Vice Mayor cuts the ribbon, the Vice Mayor cuts the ribbon. All right, we are officially open. This is your hometown, City of Coral Springs, WorldFest.
Bessie, it's been a while since I last had you on the show. Good Lord, that was at the Martin Luther King event at the theater. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this day's event?
Oh, this day is very good because it brings all the different cultures, people from all over the world come here to see this event. It's very inclusive. The children, the youth, some churches and other houses of worship, all the different cultures come to entertain themselves. People come out to have fun. They have the petting zoo, they have the bounce houses, they have things inclusive for what children like and what all the adults like.
Well, it's events like this that make Coral Springs such a special city. Thank you.
Chocolate,
Hi, I'm Jonathan J. Dog Lederman. I'm the official voice of the City of Coral Springs WorldFest, which is made possible by great volunteers with the City of Coral Springs Multi-Cultural Advisory Committee. We're having a great time today here at the Sportsplex. A lot of great acts, great vendors, just showing everybody that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations. We welcome everyone to become part of the Multicultural Advisory Committee and celebrate our diversity.
Excellently said, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to wish everybody a great day today. Hope you have a fantastic week filled with a lot of joy and abundance.
We have gyros, chicken pitas, souvlakis, and we specialize with Greek food, and we have a great menu.
David, are you planning on opening a restaurant in Coral Springs?
Yes, I guess I'm going to open a restaurant in the future, maybe 6 months later.
With us now is Gil Sternbach, owner of Mythos. It's a pleasure to have you with us on this lovely day.
It's good to be out here. It's it's a great event. I'm having a lot of fun, a lot of people, great turnout.
It's interesting, your restaurant, Mythos, is one of our favorite restaurants. There's wonderful atmosphere, wonderful ambiance, and of course, great food. What are your plans for the future?
Well, we appreciate those comments and the support from the community. We've been around since 2004, and we're currently exploring opportunities for expansion and growth, potentially a new location somewhere else in Coral Springs.
I know why you like the event here today, because it's kind of similar to the atmosphere in your restaurant. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Mythos Greek Taverna has prided itself on providing a unique ethnic dining experience, and that's exactly what's manifested itself here at WorldFest. You've got a collection of authentic food and fare from various parts of the world. It is representative of the melting pot that is represented in Coral Springs with a variety of ethnic origins, and it demonstrates that Coral Springs is an environment where people can come, grow their families, and feel comfortable regardless of their origin.
Thank you, Gil. Pleasure.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
We're here at WorldFest, and with us here is Commissioner Tom Powers. A pleasure to have you with us.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Tell us about the event, sir.
Another opportunity for Coral Springs to celebrate its diversity and what makes us such a great city. We've got a great crowd out here today. The sun stayed away for a little bit to make it even more enjoyable for everybody, to keep it the right temperature. But it's about celebrating. One of the things that makes Coral Springs so special is not that we have so many different groups, but that we have so many groups that come together to form one city. And I think that truly is one of the big secrets to Coral Springs that makes it such a great success. Tremendous diversity, tremendous aspects to the different cultures and so forth, but they bring it all together and make it one, which makes it wonderful.
Very exciting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
With us now is City Manager Erdal Donmez. It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. Such a vibrant city, and here again we have this great event. From your point of view, what do you think?
I think it's an excellent, turnout. It's a beautiful day, slightly, overcast, but helping, with the sun. And a lot of people came here. This is a repeat, event. WorldFest and Multi-Cultural committee is putting together, and participation from all walks of life in Coral Springs, and enjoying the festivities and the weekend.
This city is known as an award-winning city, and there are many plans for the future. Share these with us.
Well, being a young city, but we're not young anymore. We're almost 50 years old. And we need to keep making Coral Springs brand, a known brand and an attractive brand and a nationwide, worldwide brand. We have a number of new initiatives to draw attention to Coral Springs and keep it as one of the attractive places, destinations to come in and also live here. We have started a major infrastructure upgrade project. Basically, all city-owned infrastructure, roads and parks and all infrastructure used by citizens being upgraded. And obviously that's a several years project. It's not something we can do in 1 year. It may take anywhere from 5 to 10 years, but it had to start someplace. We're building a new city hall, and that's going to be a part of a municipal complex. We are upgrading the senior centers, and we are adding new sports buildings. We are upgrading the medians and the entryways to the city, and making Coral Springs truly a premier place to live and do business and raise your family.
Of interest also is the fact that the city in this economy nationwide actually is very financially stable. Tell us about the Coral Springs from that point of view.
Coral Springs is known for conservative financial practices. We're a stable community, and we have high home ownership in this city. And we have highest, credit ratings, AAA bond ratings, from all, credit agencies. Now, going through the second worst economic recession, after Great, Depression, hasn't been easy to maintain, these challenges. But with the help of the city staff, commission, and also volunteers, we have managed to weather the storm, taken several measures, and kept these important fundamentals and maintained lower tax, high credit ratings, and also stable environment. One thing I'd like to also mention is South Florida has been one of the largest concentration of foreclosures, and Broward County was no exception. So was Coral Springs. We have managed that problem past 3 years, and at one point we had as many as 5,000 foreclosures in this town. That number is much lower right now. But with the help of staff and volunteers, kept neighborhood the vitality and preserved the values. Now Coral Springs becoming once again a destination for new families moving in and wanting to move here and take advantage of great schools, which also we have like 19 of them, and more than any other community in Broward County. So it's a great place to live, great place to take advantage of schools and also the parks and recreations and other facilities.
These are very interesting points you're making. Tell us about the 50th anniversary of the city of Coral Springs.
Well, believe it or not, we're almost 50 years old. In fact, we'll be 50 years old this summer. And we started a major undertaking to celebrate this important milestone. And we have a number of city staff and volunteers working on 50th anniversary, which really started last fall. And we've had a number of events like the holiday parade, State of the City, and we had the Once Upon a Dream concert of local high schools, and similar activities will continue till this summer. And there's going to be a grand finale of events in July 10th to be exact. And at that time, it will be a major celebration, 2 days, I believe, maybe more, and that's going to be a major community event to bring everybody together and celebrate our milestone, and then look forward to the remaining 50.
Well, I feel very privileged myself to live in this city for 10 years. This has been a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Joyce Campos, your name is synonymous with the history of this city. What are your thoughts on this day?
Oh, as the community relations manager for the city, I work with a wonderful group of volunteers from the Multi-Cultural Committee who are responsible for this great event. We're just thrilled to see everybody out here today, the great entertainment and food and just mixing with your community members. It's a lovely day and just happy that everyone's out here.
Thank you, Joyce. Here with us is Commissioner Dan Daley. A pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much for having me, Richard.
What do you think of this event today?
Every year, it gets better and better. It's really a great opportunity for the city to come together and all the different cultures all at once to celebrate them and to embrace them. It's really a great opportunity every year.
Now, you're one of the youngest commissioners in the entire country. I've known you for a while. Tell us how you got into politics.
I started as a freshman at Florida State University. I started getting involved in government at the state level, went on to be a full-time legislative aide and ran the Tallahassee office for our former state representative, Ari Porth. And from there, it just kind of spawned, and I grew up in Coral Springs. I love Coral Springs, so I started running for office to try and bring a fresh, energetic perspective to our city, and that's what we're trying to do.
And word on the street is that one day you will be President of the United States of America.
I have no comment on that one.
Well, let's have a great time today.
Thank you very much.
With us now is Ted Menner. Ted, it's good to have you back on the show.
Hey, Richard. Good to see you again.
Here we are again at another wonderful city event. Tell us about it.
Well, this event, as you know, is WorldFest. I was one of the original members that started WorldFest as a chair, and now I'm with the Code Rangers of the city of Coral Springs. We're a group of volunteers, donate our time, and the idea is to patrol the neighborhoods and let the residents know that some of their properties need to be taken care of. Today we're here at the festival showcasing our rangers. We're trying to recruit new rangers because there's always a element that moves on, and we would like to get some new members. Right now we have 16 members, but we'd like to have more because of, like I said, attrition and so forth. They're volunteers. They don't have police powers. They don't write up tickets or anything like that. What we do is go to your neighborhood and remind you that your roof needs cleaning or that your trash cans need to be put on the side of the home instead of in front of the garage and so forth. Why do we do this? Because in our case, we want to keep our real estate values in the city of Coral Springs up, not down. If certain areas become demised and are deplorable, people are not going to move to Coral Springs, and it's important that we curtail that. And for every 100 courtesy notices that we give, 75% of them are complied on. So it saves the code enforcement officers that job that we're doing for free in a matter of sense that we don't get paid. So that's the short answer of that one.
Well, you've forever been volunteering for so many good causes. Tell us a little bit more about your plans for the future.
Well, I've been a volunteer since 1985 in various aspects. Multicultural is the one I've been at the most for about 20 years. We started the Cinco de Mayo Festival. We did the Fiesta of Coral Springs, and of course now WorldFest. Getting together all the different cultures, and it has been very successful. This is one of the premier festivals that we have in the city, among others, and I'm continuing to give of myself. Like I said, I don't get paid to do this, but the Ranger program was very important to me because when I was city commissioner, I wanted to see if we can help code people. They were short-staffed at the time, and of course, the foreclosure people came in, and people lost their homes and that. So you can imagine the code officers were swamped with these problems, and they had to take priorities. Foreclosures versus somebody's trash cans in front of their home. So that's where we came in, and the city manager and the city commissioners have seen the wisdom of our program. So they gave us these 5 police cars, which, as you can see, they don't say police; they say code enforcement. We're not police officers, but we do patrol the neighborhoods, and all 16 of us have different zones, and we go out and do that. So this is the thing I want to basically continue to do, make the program successful even more so.
Wishing you a lot of success as always.
Thank you very much for being here today. Good to see you.
Thank you.
An important event took place in South Florida with thousands attending the Summit for Israel at Nova Southeastern University. It was a truly heartwarming assembly presented by the Broward Pastors Network and the Jewish Federation of Broward County, and the purpose to express solidarity and to counter an international campaign to delegitimize Israel. Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister Danny Ayalon and Consul General Chaim Shacham were joined by several members of Congress and many other important leaders, including Pastor Mario Bramnick, President of the Broward Pastors Network, and Robert Stearns, Executive Director of Eagle's Wings. We are proud to present highlights of the event in several special shows, and today we'll begin with Deputy Foreign Minister Danny Ayalon, a Member of Congress, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee, following these messages.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever South Florida Summit for Israel. Christians and Jews standing united for Israel. I'm Eric Stillman, President and CEO of the Jewish Federation of Broward County. I'm honored to open this evening's program with Pastor Mario Bramnick, President of the Broward Pastors Network.
Congresswoman, what's the significance of this event today?
This is an incredibly important event. I'm thrilled to welcome the minister to my congressional district, but we are going to see the overwhelming support that exists in South Florida, in the state of Florida, and the United States for a strong Jewish state of Israel, and to make sure that the global campaign of delegitimization is undermined and is not allowed to deepen its roots.
What would you add to that, sir?
I can say that Israel and the United States are natural allies for so many reasons of values and interests and traditions and ethos. And especially at these challenging times, it's great to hear the voices coming from the United States, and especially here in the great state of Florida and the great district of Congresswoman Wasserman here. So we have known each other for many, many years, so it's a real pleasure to be here in the Congresswoman's district.
Thank you, sir. Is Israel's relationship with the United States as important as ever?
Oh, absolutely. It's as important as ever, and Israel's relationship with the United States is as strong as ever. The United States and Israel stand side by side as strong allies and friends. We have unprecedented military cooperation, unprecedented interaction, and our leaders continue to work very strongly together at the congressional level. President Obama, Prime Minister Netanyahu remain close and will continue to work hard, particularly to make sure that Israel is supported on an international stage by the United States, and also to make sure that we can help move the peace process forward.
Thank you.
going back to your comments regarding Benjamin Netanyahu and President Obama, is there still a rift between that? Because they had a little bit of a falling out when Netanyahu. No?
There's never been a rift between Prime Minister
regarding
Netanyahu.
the 67 borders.
And I think you could ask the Deputy Minister, and he could certainly confirm that.
Sure. Yeah, well, I wouldn't pay attention to different reports. I can tell you in a very categoric way, and I believe also in an authoritative way, that we have not had a better friend than President Obama, and we will continue to work together because not only it's our ideal, it's also our interest. And just as the Congresswoman said, cooperation has never been better on issues which are of the most sensitive and of most importance to our collective security and well-being.
But will Israel go back to their 67 borders? Will they be willing to go back?
Well, our position is very clear. You know, we have to negotiate, and everything is interrelated. And you cannot describe or you cannot agree on borders before you know what are the security arrangements, what about the issue of refugees, Jerusalem, settlements, territories. They are all interrelated. We have been waiting at the negotiating table for direct negotiations without preconditions. We still hope that this will happen. But in the case of our relations with the United States, we will always work together. We do not see any country which is better positioned to continue and lead the international community and also the Middle Eastern affairs and especially the peace process between us and the Palestinians.
This brings us to the end of our special show for today. I'm Maya Peritz. Thank you for being with us.